Hi. At Chatbase, we just created native integrations to your favorite ticketing systems like Zendesk and Freshdesk. What this means is that your chatbot can create tickets, respond to tickets, and even learn from all your previous ticket resolutions so it can better respond to your customers. I'll quickly show you how that works. Here we have the playground, which is what you see when you create a chatbot. I'll head over here to settings and then click on integrations. Under Zendesk, I can see the connect button, which will ask me to put in my subdomain and then log into that subdomain. And that's all I need to do. Now that I'm logged in, it says connected. What this means is that the chatbot and Zendesk can talk to each other securely. Next, let's head over to actions. Click on create action and search for ticket. I'll click on create ticket. So what this does is that it will tell the chatbot that when certain conditions are fulfilled, go ahead and create a ticket in Zendesk. This could be, for example, when the chatbot cannot resolve the issue within a few attempts, or it could be when certain keywords are found, or it could be when the user sounds frustrated in general. So here we have some base instructions which work well with most of our customers, but you can feel free to modify it to fit your needs. This looks good to me. It just tells the chatbot that when the user explicitly requests support or you fail to resolve the issue, get the email, get the name, get the description, and create a ticket with that information. I'll click on save and enable. And then here I'll say, I'm unable to log in. When I log in, I get this error. I want to speak to a human. Let's test this out. Okay, it here asks me for my email address and my name. It can tell that I sound frustrated and I want to speak to a human, so it will create a ticket. I'll say my email is johndoe@chatbase.co. My name is John. Okay, so it looks like it summarized the issue and created a ticket for me in Zendesk. If I open Zendesk, I can see the ticket with this number has been created. Yeah, it's really that simple. Next, we want the chatbot to respond to issues. I'll head over here to deploy. I'll go to Zendesk and click on manage. Here, we see Zendesk draft response. What this does is that it enables this button in Zendesk. And when you click on that button, the chatbot will draft a response and you can manually edit that response or just send it as is to your customer. Next, we have Zendesk Agent, which allows you to tie your chatbot to a specific Zendesk agent. And when you assign a ticket to that agent, the chatbot will automatically respond. And we even have this feature called auto assign, which means any new tickets will automatically be assigned to this chatbot. So this means you can be completely hands off. All these tickets will come in, the chatbot will respond. If it's able to resolve it, it will mark it as resolved. If it's unable to, it will escalate it to your human support agents. Finally, we see Zendesk AI agents. For example, if your agent is deployed on your website and then you're using the same agent for your ticketing system, you might have different instructions. So you want it to respond to users on your website differently from how it responds to tickets. So this is where you'd modify your custom instructions for Zendesk. But to me, this all looks good. So I'll head over here to Zendesk. I created this test ticket. I asked, how do I identify my users with the chatbot securely? I'll head over here and click on the button and click on generate draft response. What it's doing now is that it's going through all the knowledge base, the documentation, and also all the ticket context, including the customer's name, their email, all the issues they've opened before, and it will generate an appropriate response. Here we see it addresses the user. It recommends the authentication method based on the documentation, which looks good. It tells the user how to generate the JWT on the server, gives a code example, shows the user how to do this on the front end too, and also tells the user how to keep the data secure and what to do when the user logs out. This all looks very good. This is exactly what I would have responded to the user with. And finally, add some resources. And see, that looks perfect. So this would save you a lot of time, and all you have to do now is just click enter to send it or modify it before sending it. Finally, I want to show you how we can train the chatbot on previous tickets. So your support engineers probably solved hundreds, thousands, or even tens of thousands of tickets before. And we want all that knowledge to be transferred to the chatbot. So I'll head over here to data sources and then click on tickets. Here I see Zendesk is already selected. I'll click on enable training, hit save, and then click on retrain agent. So what this does is that it goes over to Zendesk, pulls all my tickets, and then trains the chatbot on them. But it does something very, very smart. It deduplicates all the duplicate tickets, because we know that's a huge issue with support systems, is that a lot of users ask the same question multiple times. And it also summarizes tickets. So if there's a lot of, jargon and, it's long-winded, it will not take all the extra information. It will only keep the pertinent information for solving that ticket. So as you can see here, the tickets only take 800 bytes compared to, for example, the 7 megabytes of the website. This is because we compress the data. We only take the pertinent data, as I mentioned, and this results in the chatbot being able to train on tens of thousands of tickets without taking any storage at all, almost. Okay, it only took 2 clicks for the chatbot to have all the context it needs. It knows everything about my documentation, and it now knows everything about my previously solved tickets. It can now respond to customers just like a typical support engineer would. You can let this loose in your Zendesk system and watch it, just solve problems for you. Have fun.